What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me Show, otherwise known as the Dumb Show. Host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media, thedumbshow.com.
Good evening, Don't Unfriend Me Nation, and I think we have fixed all the bugs. Is that correct?
I'm hoping.
Well, hope's not a strategy. Hope floats.
Well, we thought we fixed it last time too, and it still had some issues.
Well, we thought when we had children they would be.
That's a good point.
So I guess we'll try everything out. If you hear any static in the show, let us know. But I think that was a cable issue. I'm pretty confident. We've redone the background. We've cleaned up it's too messy. Too much confusion going on. Too many buttons. And we love to push buttons, just not when we're on the air. Livia's got grumpy resting face right now. So you did a second ago. You've got a little bit of a. Did you get sexually assaulted by Trump too?
No, kind of wish I could sue him and make $5 million.
Yeah, would you do that? Would you get right on that, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Gabe Landeskog has some time. Maybe you can see. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd do that for free.
I would too. I'd sleep with him in a heartbeat. Gabe Land, as long as I got season tickets. Oh man, you know how hard it is when you have a guy that's so likable like that. You know, he's just such a good dude, good captain. He's a great player, and on all honesty, his career is over.
Yep.
Coming back from this is going to be probably 1,000 to 1. It's cartilage and bone. Cartilage doesn't necessarily, it can't be repaired. So unless he gets a full knee replacement, but then, so it sucks to lose Gabriel Landeskog. But here's the thing, everything happens for a reason. I believe that Sidney Crosby. There's rumors. But the Avs are going to go get somebody big. I mean, any elite player will go to the Avs now. Everybody's up for grabs. Austin Matthews is up for grabs. Everybody's up for grabs because plenty of teams are going to shake up. And to be the captain of the Avalanche, because honestly, McKinnon can't be captain because he's too much of a hothead.
That's true.
Eric Johnson's leaving. Makar's a little young.
Well, Landeskog was really young when he was captain.
I know,
but Makar's already showing.
Yeah, but Landeskog came in young, but everybody was on the way out. Like he was the first big draft pick that we had. He was like the guy to lead the team. So a little bit different. I mean, even EJ was a replant. He wasn't homebred. So I don't know. McKinnon's just too much of a hothead. So I don't see that working. But anyway, it's going to be an interesting thing. But it's really sad to lose such a great player. And it is what it is. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Yeah, Olivia's on camera. You want to tell them about that journey, please?
The journey?
Yeah, people want to know why the hell you're on camera. They're like, oh, she's on camera. They don't know. A lot of people weren't here last night.
I was hoping it would help boost ratings. So I said, if it does, I'll come on.
So, yeah, okay, that's a dodge. So, you see, the great thing about my wife is that she's incapable of just being honest. So she enjoys the show. She likes what she's doing, and her confidence is growing. And with that confidence, she says, okay, well, I'm going to get on camera, and here she is. So
there may be nights I'm not on camera, though. There might be some nights.
Oh, especially like, when you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, that time of the month when you sharpen knives.
Unless you want...
You have some knife sound.
Lasers, beams coming on my eyes at you.
You need to do me a favor. It's really simple. Can you pull that mic forward, bend it at the elbow, and bring it closer to your mouth? That's what it's. There you go. That's much better. And see, now I can hear you. It looks like you slayed a cat and stuck it on the end of your microphone, just like that.
Knife throw. You bought it for me. It's so soft and fluffy, though.
Anyway, so it's good to have Olivia here. So we got a new background for some other things. So we'll do the intro. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, not that you don't know this, but you do now. My wife, Olivia Spare.
What
the shit? I mean, seriously, Liv? I mean, you have one fucking job to do. I mean,
both butts are purple.
Pardon the French. Try it again. Ah, there it is. Ah, what a spicy lass. Oh, from the shores of Loch Shillong.
Spicy lass.
From the shores of Loch Shillong. Ah, the rainbow river runs of gold flowing with the Irish blood of the kinfolk from the Highlands. Olivia Spear. Ha 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 ha. It's fantastic. Matthew Spear, the host of Don't Unfriend Me. I don't have a cool intro. I just have a
I pushed it. Did it work?
Matthew Spear, the host of Don't Unfriend Me. Oh no!
You didn't fix it.
Is that the one button we didn't?
The one button.
Is that the one
fix.
button we didn't fix?
Yep.
Shut up, bitch.
That's why we should test all of them before.
No, you don't have to test all of them. But you know what? You're right. It's not. That's the one that's not on the drive. That's the one that's not on the drive. So that's fine. Nobody needs to know who I am. I mean, does it matter?
No,
it really doesn't. I'm looking for it anyway because
somebody made chicken pot pie last night for dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
I thought, can you send me the recipe, Santana?
Please do. So Matthew Spear, I'm the host of Don't Unfriend Me. You can find us at The Dumb Show. You can see in the lower right-hand corner there, The Dumb Show, thedumbshow.com. You can get cool hats like this. You can get an F. Joe Biden shirt. And stop on by the Don't Unfriend Me show. We've got plenty of stuff, old shows, whatever. Yes, we weren't supposed to be on the night, but Wednesday night's going to be all for Trump on CNN, the town hall, unless they cancel it. Because now with the rape trial, it's a perfect opportunity for CNN to cancel it, and they would have a reason. But I think CNN's too shallow and weak-willed, and their ratings suck, so they're probably going to put Trump on. So we'll have that tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, we've got baseball, Friday baseball, Saturday baseball. So we'll be on. It's going to be a weird schedule this week between 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock rock, 9, 6, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock rock. We're going to rock around the clock tonight.
Why you're not a singer.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, with you on camera, we know why you're not a model. So anyway. Jeez,
Did the camera catch that one?
Yeah, I caught it. You're vicious. It's an icon. Ooh. Everyone says they love your headphones, Olivia.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
Great. Now you have a real reason not to listen to me. All right. So anyway, this show is going to suck tonight because I'm going to tell you things you don't want to hear. And, that happens on occasion. I mean, it happens a lot, actually. I tell you things you don't want to hear, and you're not going to like it. So if you want to call in, you go ahead, and we have a new graphic.
We think we
have a new graphic.
I'm trying.
804-504-1955. You can call the show. Join the show. You can call right now, and you can call through Skype. We have it fixed. In fact, if someone would just like to call and test it out, that would mean a great deal. You'll be able to hear Olivia. You'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear Leroy and Amy, who are not on, so maybe you won't be able to hear them right away. But give it a chance. Give it a shot. If you want to talk a little bit about it, we'd love to have you on the show. So once again.
Yeah, we need somebody to be our guinea pig to test it.
Yeah. So
all the work that we did today.
So put it on one more time, will you?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks good. So 804-504-1955. Give us a call. We don't bite hard. And honestly, to be completely transparent with you, it's not that big of a deal. Very rarely do we have blow-ups, unless you say I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out well last night. But all's been forgiven.
Unless you were that chick that kept.
It's not chick. We don't call a person a chick. There's no reason to do that. This person's fine. They made a mistake.
No. I'm talking about the chick who kept bombarding you with crap on Facebook last night.
Oh yeah, that's psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a nutter, right? That's just someone who's completely nuts.
Who's calling in?
Hey, Don't Unfriend Me show. You have reached Olivia and Matthew. What can we do for you?
Hey, this is Santana. Calling to get Olivia's chicken pot pie recipe and make sure y'all are working good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, it sounds like we're working good. Let's do the chicken pot pie recipe. Do you have some? It
might be easier if you emailed it to me.
Write it down. Just write it down.
Olivia.
Come on, let's just write it down. Okay.
It's probably going to be easier.
It's just like, first you go ahead and find a flock of chickens. You must go to the hills and the highlands of Scotland.
You also have to start and grind your own flour.
Yeah.
For the chicken pot pie. It's got to be perfect.
Santana, you always shoot straight. What do you think about Donald Trump?
Yeah, there's an echo.
I honestly.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Shh. Hold on a second. We got an echo. All right, so we've got an echo, which is what I was worried about. No, it's okay. Watch this. I've got it. I've got it. Just hold on. I just got to do a couple things. Hold on here. Okay, so that. Everyone.
Thanks for being our guinea pig.
Everyone, hold on.
Of course. I love you guys.
Well,
we love you.
We appreciate it. Let's find out what's going on. Okay,
faders. And just so you know,
you can't talk right now because we have an echo. Hold on a second. You're gonna get us. You're gonna get us.
Okay, the echo is only her, not us.
Yeah, I know that. I understand, everybody. I've got it. We're working on it.
They're just giving feedback.
And we're getting feedback from their feedback. Hold on. Routing. This is USB channel 1. We want to do a custom. Okay. How about, let's see if we can turn all of these off. How about now? Can you hear that? Any echo? Tell me if we have echo.
I don't hear an echo with you guys. Do y'all hear one with me?
No, we do not.
Not quite yet.
Awesome.
All right, watch this. Let's see if this works. Watch this. Hurry up. Blow me, Rick. How about that, Rick? Why don't you just get on your knees and blow me?
All right, there's still an echo?
No, it's not yet. We just said it. So people are typing. We know there's an echo. All right, go ahead and talk. See how it works.
Okay, so was Donald Trump found guilty today?
Okay, wait. Hold on. We just put this in. There should be no echo at this point. Just Santana, just give me anything. Mary Had a Little Lamb, whatever.
Okay, Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm originally from Texas, and now I live in Kansas.
Okay, it's clear. Perfect. All right. So, awesome. Santana, the question is this. Donald Trump was found. He will have to pay at least $2 million. The rumors are $5 million for this. Mm-hmm. He was not found guilty of rape, but he was found guilty essentially of sexual abuse / assault and defamation of character.
Mm.
So remember what I said when he took her she went in there with him and he got fingery. Mm-hmm. And, they played a little grab ass and that's what I thought happened. And, she tried on the lingerie, whatever. And it's one of those things. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it was forced. It wasn't forced, whatever. That's none of my business. I don't know. But Olivia and I always said it felt like something went on, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Something happened.
I guarantee it wasn't assault. She probably went in there willingly, I would assume.
And then, 30 years later, whatever, she's like, oh, well, here's my chance to make money and do my thing. Mm-hmm. What do you think? I mean, first of all, just Santana, what are your thoughts on this? And whether you don't want to do guilty or innocent or whatever, that's fine. But the ramifications of what's going to happen in the future because of this with Donald Trump.
So my personal opinion, I feel like so many people already support him. It took so long for it to come out that he possibly did this. But we weren't there. We don't know the truth. But I don't see him being that kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. I believe in locker room talk.
Yeah.
In the privacy of my own bedroom,
Exactly. I'm a married woman. I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying, right? So when Olivia breaks out the leather swimsuit and the 16-foot whip, I tend to say different things too. So and then hanging me from the ceiling. But anyway, we don't need to go into this. So the whole thing I'm trying to say is that behind closed doors, that's one thing. But saying someone grabbing them by the genitalia, before that tape came out, making those accusations, mm-hmm. and then a tape comes out which kind of supports it. It does look a little damning, and I don't think this is. Here's my point. Donald Trump has to win the middle of the road 7% libertarian / moderate in order to win this mm-hmm. election, and he lost those women in 2020. If he does not get them back, he has no chance of winning.
Which he's not. Suburban moms aren't going to.
I feel like the Republicans.
Go ahead.
I feel like the Republicans should go with somebody else, honestly, because we've already seen what he did last time. We know that he can't win a lot of these states, and we need somebody that can win.
Well, that's the thing. Here's okay. So let's go through the litany of stuff, right? And I don't listen, people. Listen. I don't want to hear, oh, Matt, blah, 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 why do you believe it? Defend Trump. Stop it. For I have been an advocate of the bullshit swamp and what they've done. But let's just go through the litany of complaints, okay? Real estate mm-hmm. when he was younger, his company was charged for essentially business practices, and I'm trying to say this effectively, unfair business practices that were dabbling in racial discrimination. Now, in the 70s, I will tell you every upper elite type condo or rental property did the same thing, but it doesn't matter. That's it.
Yeah.
You have Trump University, which was an absolute fucking travesty and a failure and a Ponzi scheme. And he's 100% guilty of that. We know this. Taj Mahal's, bankrupt businesses, plenty of them. Okay. We understand that too. He's a businessman. The guy dabbles in billions of dollars. There's going to be mistakes made. Once again, I don't care the reason. I want you to look at the history. Then comes in, does a great job running the country, does an amazing job. 4 years, they riot, they storm, they create open conflict. They push him at everything. He has no good press whatsoever, never gets any credit for anything, gets impeached twice, almost for a third. January 6th happens. For the last 2 years, he's been screaming stolen election and sounding like a crazy man.
He's also been a major vaccine pusher.
Yep. Yeah, major vaccine. And he did lock down for 30. And then I will say, he did try to get everyone to come back, tried to encourage the teachers to come back, but he did push the vaccine big time. There's that. Yes, we know he banned bump stocks. He's done some stupid things, but overall, 97% of Trump's policies were spot on, balls to the wall, accurate. And I will say he was the most influential president we've had. Perfect.
He was a wonderful president. And if he could get back in and do it again the same way, that'd be wonderful. But there's so many people against him now that I just don't see it happening.
Right. So we're not done yet, though. That's the problem. I don't want to talk about Biden. We're not talking about Biden. I bring up Biden's crap all the time. Watch the show. This isn't whataboutism. I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden. Joe Biden will cut his own. We have went through this. We're talking about Trump. We don't care about Biden because Biden can't beat anyone but Trump. And that's the problem. Okay. That's the only person that can lose to Biden is Trump. And that's what we need to understand. Now, hold on. The problem is now you've got the judge who has now put a gag order on Trump for the Bragg event when it comes to the charges of Stormy Daniels. He's put a gag order, so he can no longer defend himself through the election. So Bragg's going to sit on this. They're going to sit on this. They're going to do discovery. They're going to take forever. They're going to ensure that it's 3 months before the election, and then they're going to drop the bomb. And it doesn't matter if there's no there. It puts it in the media when 65% of registered voters are engaged at the 3-month mark. 76% will be engaged at the 2-month mark, and then 80 to 95% of the registered voters will be engaged in the last month mark. So you put it in high prime time where Donald Trump will be front and center, like the grab him by the pussy, or Hillary Clinton having Comey investigate her, and that being prime time. So it's not good publicity for Trump, but he's gagged and he can't say anything about it. So that's not good. You have this rape trial that comes out, and now they get to say, and all the Democrats are out there, he's a rapist. Now he needs to register as a sex offender. Even though this is a civil case, there was no evidence. And then Donald Trump, on the other hand, is out there going, I didn't have my fair chance to speak. They wouldn't take my DNA evidence. Now, Donald Trump is completely wrong. He didn't show up. He did his deposition. His deposition was a shitstorm. I told everybody that. I said the areas of the deposition that were going to get him to lose, and it came true. He did not defend himself in court. He had a chance to speak. He didn't speak. He didn't provide the DNA a year ago. He held on to it to the last possible minute. And then 3 days before they went ahead and closed the door, he said, okay, I'll give it to you now. So for Donald Trump to say, well, I'm a victim and I didn't get a chance to defend myself, that's not true. That's a complete lie. He chose not to.
If he wanted everybody to hear what he had to say, he should have shown up and spoke for himself.
Correct. And he should have said, I mean, that you may not take the stand, but you at least go there and you take part in the process and say, this is a mockery. You can say all that, but get it out there. Now you've got Georgia, where they've also got him on campaign finance issues, right? So they're looking into that. That's next. And then you got Georgia with the election fraud. And then they're going to try to get him with seditious conspiracy, the same thing that they got the Proud Boys on. And they're going to hit him on January 6th so he can't run again. Donald Trump is fucked.
Every way from Sunday.
12 ways to Sunday. And people are like, he's our president. He was so good. People, wake up.
I don't think he's going to be able to get, I do not think he's going to be able to get the suburban mom voter back after
I don't either.
This, now with this coming through, he's not going to get him back. The other thing is people who were on the fence, a lot of people said they didn't vote for Trump last time because he was arrogant and he's an asshole. Well, selling trading cards of yourself is not exactly helping the arrogant.
Right. When you say you've got some major announcement and it's like,
it's
buy my NFT trading card.
cards.
Right.
Right.
Just
You know what it's
ridiculous.
like? Do you want to know what it's like? This is what it's like. Okay. Ralphie. And Ralphie is running home and he's going to the mailbox and he drinks 17 cartons of Ovaltine. He can't shit for 3 weeks. He's so plugged up. And he cuts the proof of purchases and he sends it in to get the secret Little Orphan Annie decoder ring. And every day he runs to the mailbox and opens it up and he's like, oh man, and he closes it. And then he finally gets it and he runs up to the bathroom and he tears it open and he sees the decoder ring and he gets his pencil and he chews and gnaws on it to go ahead and get it to a fine point, pulls out a piece of paper and starts scrambling incessantly as he hears the radio show to decode the secret message from Little Orphan Annie. And at the end of the message, it says, buy more Ovaltine, please.
I think it was drink.
Whatever. Who gives a shit? The whole point is that's what Donald Trump did. I've got a great message for you. I'm going to go ahead and bring us together. I'm going to announce we can't wait. We all got there. And he's like, by the way, for 45 minutes, buy my NFT trading cards. And then he had a message at the end. Folks, this isn't a jump on Trump fest, but I'm telling you, he hasn't done well in the last 2.5 years. And he's constantly stepping on his own dong. Go ahead. I apologize for going off.
No, you're good. And I agree. Like, he's always doing stuff that is really stupid and that is costing him everything. And I agree with you, Olivia. There is no way that he's going to get the suburban housewives back because so many of us are just seeing everything that is just coming down, and it's like turmoil within turmoil with him. And we need our country to pull together behind somebody that actually represents all of us.
But see, the problem here is that he's so good at the game.
I know.
He's so good at the game once he's there, and he's so good at getting people to look so stupid that they don't have a choice but to go through with his policies. He had a Republican Congress that didn't want to work with him. He had Democrats that didn't want to work with him. And look at the legislation that he got pushed through. Look at the things he did from every facet. If he would just learn to stay out of the news cycle and just feed off of Joe Biden, but he can't.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for 2
He likes the
years.
attention too much.
Pride cometh before the fall.
If you're having a bad signal, jump out of Facebook and come back in.
It's me too. I think it's Facebook tonight. I never have a bad signal, but it's me.
Guys,
I'm
I just checked.
watching on YouTube, and I'm getting buffering like crazy.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me check my streaming. Hold on. That's all I got to do is check my. I was on the phone.
When we were on the phone with Santana. I hope.
But that shouldn't. No,
I know, that shouldn't.
Skype doesn't know. Skype's passive. I mean, that's just digital audio. That's nothing. If it happens again, we'll know. Okay, everyone's saying it stopped. Huh? Maybe Skype is really just fucking up. Maybe Skype is just destroying because this is every time we run Skype, we seem to get this problem.
Was there any static or echoing?
Have Hayden call in on Skype. Hold on, folks. We're going to see if we can get this fixed.
She's not going to be able to talk very much. Throat hurts.
Why does her throat hurt?
I don't know. A couple of friends had strep. Keep your fingers crossed, but she's just tired and worn out. It's probably because they stayed up late talking last night.
All right, we'll have her call and we'll go ahead and do this. So listen, I don't care about innocence and guilt, and I don't care about any of that. It's not I'm not here to do that. All I can tell you is that I look from things from a political capital, political detriment, things that are politically advantageous, and this is not good for Trump in any way, shape, or form. This is not good. The tagline is going to be, oh, well, a convicted rapist. And it doesn't matter that it's not true. They now can say everything is true that they've set up. They're just stacking it on him. So now you've got a guy who was indicted. I know it just the terminology. This is what you're going to hear. He was indicted. Hold on a second. We got a call. Hey, Hayden, right? Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Hi. What's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you whispering?
Because my throat hurts.
Oh no.
It's amazing after that story you told at dinner.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up for 40 minutes at dinner, but there's really nothing that you're going to see from this that you haven't already seen. Everyone knows about it. And it doesn't matter that he wasn't charged with rape. People are going to say sexual assault is rape. Olivia, is sexual assault rape?
No, I don't consider it rape.
Okay, so what do you consider sexual assault? I mean,
Sexual assault would be any type of, I don't know about advances, but any type of touching or inappropriately against your will. I consider rape to actually be sex.
what?
Not sex, but actually have to that to happen.
Intercourse?
Yeah. That's what I would consider it. But I mean, I don't know the legal definition.
So sexual assault, here it is. The term rape, sexual assault is attempted rape, fondling or unwanted sexual touching, forcing a victim to perform sexual acts such as oral sex or penetrating the perpetrator's body. That sounds like rape to me. Penetration of the victim's body. What is rape? It's a form of sexual assault, but not all sexual assault is rape. The term rape is often used as a legal definition, specifically includes sexual penetration without consent. So from here, they're saying there was no sexual penetration, but it still classifies as sexual assault or sexual abuse. So let me get this straight. He was charged with sexual assault or sexual abuse, but not rape. Why? I want to hear from the jury. Now, first of all, the one thing about this jury being impaneled is this is not the way normal juries are put together. Is usually there are challenging and contesting of jurors, and they go through the jury selection process. It's my understanding that the jury selection process did not take place in this.
Yeah, the defense didn't meet the jurors until today.
Right. So that's troubling to me. Is you're in New York, you know it's 60-40, 70-30 Republican and Democrat. You have these people come in, they're not challenged. So is that a jury of his peers?
Well, I mean, jury selection is supposed to be several people called, and then they're asked questions, and the prosecution and the defense are able to strike out people that they don't want in the jury. And that's being able to choose a jury of your peers. Them being selected by whoever and just placed there, that's not.
Well, it's not that. It's just that the jury they weren't sequestered. It's just they were essentially black bagged. So prosecution and defense didn't have, in my understanding, an opportunity to challenge or contest the jurors.
Yeah, so who picked them? New York's Democratic.
Well,
right?
not just that, but, in a case like this, you would have 100 jurors show up, and they would ultimately pick 9. Well, how many jurors is it? 12?
12, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 12. And then you're going to have probably, 8 to 10 alternates who are listening in and there in case anyone gets kicked off the juror pool. And you've got backups who can fall in at any time. Alternates is what they're called. So it's just interesting to me. It doesn't sound right. Now, he says he's going to appeal, but I don't know how he's going to appeal. He didn't show up to defend himself. He didn't supply the DNA. He took no interest in this except for the deposition. And you guys heard me break down the deposition. Vicky sent me an amazing video for 2 hours. The body language guys broke this down. And honestly, it's pretty much identical to what I said. I watched all 2 hours of it while I was working the day on the site. And I felt really good. I was like, wow, there's 4 minds working on there. And they pretty much pointed out what I pointed out. And the things that I said were going to get him convicted, they did. That they got him because of the grab him by the pussy comment and that he couldn't defend it. And he basically said he accused himself of what he did. He called himself a star. He said stars can do what they want. Stars get away with it. And he openly admitted that
he thought he was going to get away with it.
I think Donald Trump was like, I didn't do anything wrong. You know what? What frustrates me on this whole thing is, why don't you just come out and say what we all know? It was consensual.
Because then she's not going to get a payday.
No. Why didn't Trump come out and say this? Yeah, I did. I went to the dressing room with her. I put on some lingerie. I stuck my hand down her pants because she asked me to. I kissed her a little bit, and then she was out the door. No big deal. That's what happened. Yeah, absolutely that. Why not say that? Because then it becomes he said, she said. But what they did is they caught him in a lie. They caught him in untruths. And you don't get to walk away from that. Well, I know Mark Levin said he can appeal it, but it doesn't mean listen, even if he appeals, any appellate judge is going to look at that and say, okay, what specifically about the trial are you appealing? What's he going to say? That the process wasn't fair and just? Well, how would you know that? Did you show up? No. So you weren't there. Did you testify? No. What was it specifically that you felt you weren't offered to represent you properly in this case? Well, what's he going to appeal on? Now, there's some precedent that he can appeal on. Statute of limitations is one. If the song is correct, 9 jurors. Look it up, will you? Because I can't.
It's 12.
It's 12.
12 angry men.
Look it up. So we don't do that. Unless we are absolutely sure, we don't do that. I remember 12. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That's what I've always, so I'm like, but I'm also messing it up with Supreme Court justices, which is 9. So for some reason, I know the answer, it's 12. If we have a question and there's any doubt, we got to check it.
12 people and alternates.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just, listen to me. Does anyone think that Donald Trump and this woman did not meet? Did not somehow have interactions? Is there anyone out there who actually believes that? Call into the show and let us know. Call us right here. 804-504-1955. Give us a call. Let us know. Do you think that Donald Trump did or did not know her? Do you think there was some sort of relationship? And remember, a lot of this is speculative. There's no way that any of us know. But what we do know,
what are you looking at?
we just lost Twitter.
Oh.
So there's something going on. Are we still having problems, everybody? Because Twitter, I have never lost Twitter in my life.
Yeah, people say that on Facebook that we're freezing. And I don't know if my face is in 2 different places, but it's freezing. So I don't know.
Okay, so obviously there's a lot going on because we just lost Twitter.
I'm gonna go have Hayden turn off the TV.
It's not that, honey. It's not our stream. Okay. It's not our stream. I'm telling you, if it's all channels, it's not us. Our internet's good. I'm 5x5. My wavelength is set. Look at. Just.
Somebody said now it's good and sounds better now. So it just.
It could be Twitter is having problems because look at my bandwidth statistics, which.
Not freezing anymore. It could have been Twitter.
Well, Twitter could have been having bottoms, and then so the program.
Yeah, it could just because now as soon as Twitter dropped, then.
Okay, well,
maybe
let's just see what happens. I don't know. Something's weird, but all right. So once again, call into the show. You want to talk about this because here's what it doesn't matter what's real, what's not, what's true, what isn't. The whole point is Democrats now have another thing. He was indicted. He's been impeached twice. They can talk about Trump University and talk about racist practices in real estate. By the time that he gets ability to run, he is going to have so many guilty charges against him because this is how they do it. I told you. Remember when I said when he left office, everyone's like, Matt, do you think he'll run again? I said, no, his career's over. And they're like, no, you're so wrong. You just hate Trump. You're a fucking rhino. And I said, guys, he is going to be under so much litigation. And what did I tell you? I said, you guys don't remember. But if you remember what I did say, I hope you do. Do you remember when I said why Trump wasn't going to announce when he did that he was trepidatious? Because the moment he did, he lost all RNC backing for all of his cases. Do you wonder why all of these cases hit now? Well, it's simply because that the RNC is not paying for his trials. They are going to kill him by 1,000 paper cuts. When he is not running, the RNC for a lifetime, Republican National Convention, protect the president afterward for civil lawsuits, because every president gets absolutely hammered after their presidency, 4 years or 8 years. So the RNC had him under protection. But the moment he runs for president, they kick him off that tit, and he is responsible for his own legal fees. He lost $250 million off of his PAC, the PAC that he did not give any of these Republican people who he supposedly backed up, the 17 in the swing states, where he only gave 10% of his money to those candidates. Though that $250 million, he ultimately is gone. And then he has to pay his own legal fees. So this is going to be hard on him. This is costing him millions.
It makes me wonder. I doubt it'll happen, but if he's going to have to claim bankruptcy, I mean, the legal fees are freaking insane. But he needs to step aside.
It doesn't matter.
He needs to think about what's best for the country, and
Yes.
him is not what's best for the country right now.
And folks, stop he was impeached. He wasn't convicted. It doesn't matter.
He was convicted in the eyes of the public, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And that's what we're trying to identify. Is he electable? Can he get elected? And the answer is, at this point, why do you think that independents are gonna vote for him? What makes you think that moderates and independents? Call the show. Call the show right now. Tell me, 804-504-1955. Give us a call. And you tell us why Las Vegas and not lose any ground from 2020. Tell me how that's possible. How the hell is he going to gain 8 states? Do you feel that he's in a better position today than he was in 2020 to win? What do you mean his policies? Why didn't his policies win in 2020 when they were at the height? When they were at the height of success, why didn't he win? Even though COVID, yeah, we know that. But because they cheated. Knock it off. You know what? As right as I am, nobody gets to say that anymore. You just don't get to say it. Because I told you this was what was going to happen. Look at his favorabilities amongst Republicans. Not the national polls, not Heritage, not Rasmussen, not NBC, not CNN, not Real Clear Politics. Look at the Republican-based polls. Liv, look this up for me.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, conversing with Hayden real quick.
Can you look this up real quick?
Yeah.
Can you look up current Republican favorability, all Republican polls?
Republican.
Trump versus Biden. Look that. I'm going to pull this up because everyone challenged me to bring it up. I'm going to show it to you.
Okay, current Republican favorability, all Republican polls?
Yeah. Trump, Biden.
Oh, Trump, Biden. Trump, Biden.
Okay. You want to know what the truth is? There's only one person right now based upon this poll who can beat. And everybody be like, oh, you're a shill for DeSantis. Fuck that. No, I'm not. Not in any way, shape, or form. But I'll be honest with you. I don't want to do this again for 4 years. I'm done dealing with this shit. I want Republicans to stop being the laughing stock of the political fray. I really do. I'm tired of it. What do you got?
Oh, there's a big old polling page, but it doesn't.
Yeah. All right, here, let me look it up.
I can show that. But the last one they had was 3 days ago.
That's it. Send it to me. That's the one.
Actually.
Oh yeah, it's all part of.
That's just a Wall Street article.
It's all part of the plan.
Hey, I got it.
You're not playing it.
There. Well, I gotta get there.
It's all part of the plan.
Yes, it's all part of the plan.
I took
folks.
a picture of it on the news today.
What?
The poll numbers
Send it to me.
that came out.
Voting poll, all Republican, Biden, DeSantis. I had this downloaded and somehow.
All right, sent.
What'd you send it to?
Text.
Oh, that's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. That's what was on the news today.
No, that's okay. I got to go find it. Oh. No, that's not it. Let me find it for you guys. What I don't want to do is give you something. But essentially, this tracking poll focuses on, and I'm sure one of the viewers will have it. But the tracking poll focuses on every age demographic. It's all Republican polled people. This is no Democrats. It's all registered Republican voters, and every single demographic. And there was like 50 different demographics, different ages, education, color, creed, all of that. Every single one of them. Trump was down to Biden. Like, no pathway, but DeSantis wasn't. And honestly, I know Donald Trump won't do it. Yeah, once again, I honestly, I agree with Kat. Kat's like, I personally don't care if he F the whole town, but the left will never stop their hate. No, they've got him by the balls. He's done enough, and people hate him enough just to mark him guilty because they can. And it's not like he has any favorability in these cities and these towns that he's getting hit in. He's not liked in D.C. He's not liked in New York. The areas in Florida or Georgia where they're going after him, he's not liked in Atlanta. I mean, it's a no-win. They're not going to let him win. And they own the news cycle. It's just, dude, he's getting beat up. He's getting beat up.
He really needs to step back.
What Trump needs to do, remember what I said was going to happen. Everyone's like, oh, Matt, what's going to happen? And I said, here's what's going to happen. Donald Trump is going to get destroyed by legal lynching. They are just going to bombard him with legal cases that have stacked up for 4 years and just nail him. Every single person is going to come out of the woodwork with their hand out, and he is going to be so busy dealing with the legal ramifications of their hatred that he is not going to be able to campaign. And the news cycle will be dominated by Trump in another legal battle. Child. And then when the primary happens, you raise his arm up and you give him full-throated defense, and you create a problem for Biden.
Sorry to interrupt. Somebody just said Trump's live right now.
Where?
Lee, where is he live? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, dude, that's breaking news. Of course you interrupt me. We'll get him on right now.
All right, we're still freezing up here and there, so I don't know what it is. It's got to be something going on. I wouldn't doubt if people are just breaking the internet right now looking up what happened.
Well, we have a lot to talk about tonight. I mean, we really do. Where's he at, man?
Rumble is where he saw.
Where on Rumble? I'm on Rumble, and I've got a huge account, and I don't see him. Here we go.
You got him?
6 days ago. He's not live right now.
Oh, okay. I think the town hall's tomorrow.
Town hall's Wednesday. I'm going to have that on. I'll have that on. I don't have anything on. If you can find me a link on him, do it, but I'm not seeing him on Rumble anywhere. I'll check Sling. Hold on. Let me sign in. Get on Sling. See what I can find. We got a good show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. We have a lot to talk about. So
I just looked at hockey scores.
What's the score?
6-1 Carolina.
Speak up.
6-1 Carolina, top of beginning of the third. They scored 4 goals in 5 minutes.
I just want to see Toronto. How do I just get in here?
I have never logged into Sling on my computer.
Is Sling allowed on this computer? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. What did you sign in under? It's not Spear. It's not your Gmail.
It's my work email.
Got it. I'm in.
Okay.
Nope. What's honey?
I can go look.
I need some help.
I can go look. I have to go look.
I don't want you to look. Forget it. This is ridiculous, Olivia. Come on now.
It should be my work email. That's what I thought it was.
What's the password? Just give me a hint.
Our usual.
No, it's the youngest.
Okay.
All right, and it is work.
Okay,
I'm in. I'm trying to watch right now. There it is. All right, I'm going on Fox. Real quick.
It was Trump Jr.
Guys, come on. You got it. You know, that's a waste of time. I don't want Junior. I really don't care if Junior's on. Just to be completely transparent. After he, endorsed Bud Light, no. I'm kind of, Junior's not.
He did?
Yes. Because he has stock. Yeah, I'm not happy with him. All right. We've covered this. It's not that I'm mad at him. I'm just not happy with him. Call into the show, folks, if you want to. We're going to move on to the next topic, but please put up the phone number. So every time I say call on the show, I got to hit the phone number. 1-804-504-1955. Folks, if you have not had a chance, join us on Facebook. You can follow, like, share, and subscribe on Facebook. You can join our club and all of that fun stuff. It's real simple. It's $1.99 on Facebook at The Dumb Show. You can find us. We have all of our shows there, and we have the Dumb Nation group. I will be getting a Twitter group shortly. It's in approval right now in Twitter Spaces, and you can subscribe on Twitter. I am going to probably not have the Dumb Nation group on Facebook anymore, and we're going to go exclusively to Twitter. So please get ready to make that transition. I'm a big Twitter fan, and that is going to be our next topic. Tucker Carlson has a home. Now, this news is fantastic because I am a big fan of Twitter. Despite, Olivia, the story is simple. I had 79 followers.
In 2 years.
In 2 years.
And it was like he would get a follower up to 80, and then he would lose a follower. He could never get past 80.
Right.
Ever. No matter what.
And they would just continue to give me fake accounts and then pull back. And that's what they did. And in less than 3 months, we're sitting at 5,249 followers since Elon Musk has taken over and I've joined. And I got to say, I enjoy it. I enjoy Twitter quite a bit. My engagement, people actually spend a lot of time engaging with me on Twitter. There's not a lot of people who are trolls, but with Elon Musk, I'm really happy with what they're doing. And they're in creating these Twitter spaces are amazing. And we can come in and chat together and everybody can get on their phone and just talk. And everyone has a conversation like a conference call. Hopefully video will be coming. He's playing around with Periscope and revitalizing that, which was a great thing that we used to do on the NerdFat podcast. Periscope. It's just like FaceTime for Twitter.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
It's fine, but they're doing a lot of cool things. So we're creating going to be a Dumb Nation group in Twitter, and I want to encourage everybody to come over. Right now, we think we have 68, 69 Dumb Nation members. I'm going to try to keep it $2 if I can, keep it as low as possible. But here's the thing: I'm going to start doing exclusive streams like these Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Thursdays when we just come on. We're going to do it from Twitter, and we're really trying to get Twitter to grow. So we need your help. If you have not been over to Twitter, please do so. Go over to Twitter at The Dumb Show. And when you're there and you click follow, you can go ahead and make sure account notifications are turned on and all tweets, and you'll get all of my updates. You'll be able to see my live shows there, except for tonight since there was an issue. Now, getting to Tucker Carlson, it's good news. And I like Tucker. I do. There are times where I think he got a little conspiracy theory-ish, but we all have our ups. We all have our downs. Matt, will I have to switch this over or redo the subscription? It's pretty simple. If you already have a Twitter account, and folks, this isn't going to happen tomorrow, and I'll have you all give you instructions. The Dumb Nation group will stay open for at least a few months, okay? And I'll probably continue to keep the Facebook group. I'm just not going to engage because Twitter Spaces is a place where I can engage easily. I can't engage the way I want to on the Dumb Nation group because it's censored and it's constantly being watched. And I'm tired of that. So Twitter, I'm free and clear. We can post whatever we want. If someone does something stupid and makes a dumb post, they're not going to get kicked. All right, let's listen to this Twitter announcement. Elon Musk, this is huge. Twitter, Elon Musk is so fucking smart. He knows that Twitter wasn't doing very well. It was struggling a little bit. Although it's doing, in my opinion, setting up for the future, bringing Tucker completely changes. You are going to bring Republican voices out of the woodwork, and they're all going to come back to Twitter. You're going to lose Twitter. Truth Social people are going to come back over to Twitter. And the reason why is because Tucker is just that damn important, and he has an amazing voice. So, and remember, folks, stop. Everyone who's like, the sky is falling, Matt's leaving Facebook. I'm not leaving Facebook. The Dumb Nation group, it is a subscription group. There's only 68 of you, for God's sakes. Calm down.
For Christ's sake.
Mike Beebe, Anchor, Christ's sakes. So relax. I'm not leaving Facebook. I will interact on Facebook is my main channel. It'll always be my main channel. What I'm saying is Twitter Spaces is a reoccurring monthly subscription where I can spend some time in there for $2 a month. I will keep Dumb Nation open. I'm just letting you know that all the real major content I'm going to be doing is going to be on Twitter when it comes to the private group. That doesn't mean I'm not going to post in Dumb Nation. It doesn't mean I'm not going to keep it open. I would encourage you to get a Twitter account. Twitter is an amazing platform. Let's expand. Okay? You know what, Owen? I've worked in military intelligence. Tucker hasn't. And there is such thing as conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, to me, is just going forward with something that has it's not based in fact. And it's supposition and it's speculation. And I don't do that. So that is conspiracy theory. And most assuredly, that is exactly what it is. He has done that in the past. The stolen election is a perfect example. So no. Just because you say, oh, well, conspiracy theory makes it all true because it's a CIA freaking, red flag and a, whatever. That doesn't make it true. And if you think that conspiracy theory isn't true, there are plenty of things that we can talk about which wound up having no evidence that were not true in any way, shape, or form. And yes, some of them have been right. But the point is that most conspiracy theory is branched off on an idea with very little fact and a lot of fiction. Make sense? Great. Here we go. Let's listen to this. Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. Whoa, let's not listen. Hold on.
Wrong place.
No, it's not it. It just it put it on the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Wait. I got to switch the audio preferences. All right, here we go again. Last time.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level.
Robbie, what do you mean you can't find me on Facebook? You go into the search function and you type at the dumb show. Type in the Don't Unfriend Me show. Type in the dumb show. It's all over the place. There should be no problem finding it. Do me a favor, try to look for it, okay? Let me know what you find out.
Well, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before, am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess, it's guaranteed. Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see...
Robbie, I sent you a friend request last night on Matthew Spear. You reached out to me on Matthew Spear. You should be able to find it there. Olivia, help Robbie, please. Robbie Medlin.
I see it.
And find her on Facebook and help her. Thank you. Send her a link to the Facebook Dumb Show.
Analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
I am so excited for this because like Tucker and I don't always agree, but I admire his intelligence, and he's one of the people that if I was in the room with them, I would just listen. 'By the way, it's at the Dumb Show with no spaces. You can't put spaces in the Dumb Show. So at the Dumb Show, real simple. So facebook.com/at the Dumb Show. That's simple. Debbie says something very nice. Listen to this. This is huge. Hey, Liv.
What's up?
People, Matt needs to expand because this man has talent and should be in a position of a Dan Bongino type show. He's that good and works that hard, but he works much harder than Bongino, Benny, etc. because he doesn't have people doing the work for him. It's just him and Olivia. I'll be honest with you. Bongino works his ass off. Bongino is a tasker. I mean, that guy, yes, he does have a lot of writers and he has people who work with him, but they all do. And I just want to be transparent. Ben Shapiro works incredibly hard. Benny works very hard too. Benny kind of is on his own now. His podcast and that, but when he's at home, he cuts a lot of videos himself, and he does a lot of things that I do. It's interesting. I'm pacing him though. My gaining followers a week is actually higher than Benny's, which is it's going to take a long time to catch him. I mean, geez, it'll probably take 10 years because I think he's almost at 1 million. But it doesn't matter. The point is that I will do this whether this syndicates or not. That's not my goal. My goal is not to get syndication. My goal is to influence as many people as I can. Now, here's the thing. If you're not following me on multiple channels, I recommend you do, because on Twitter, I am let loose. Like, you get my full, like, I go after people hard on Twitter, and Twitter is not the same. It's actually very fun. It's very interesting. And there is a ton of great information on it. And I enjoy Twitter immensely. In fact, I enjoy it more than Facebook. But I will never leave Facebook. Facebook is my home, and Facebook has treated me very well. And unless they censor me and shut me down, but you should follow me on multiple channels. Remember, I'm on Rumble. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Spotify. If you want to know where we're at, go to anchor.fm. Folks, we just reached top 10% podcasts in the United States, or in the world. So that's on Spotify. And now that is ranked across all podcasts. I'm on 26 different podcasts platforms. And on those, I have now encroached upon the top 10%. I have a podcast rating of 26, out of 100, which isn't great, but considering that out of 3.9 million podcasts, I'm ranked in the top 10%. I'll take that number. That's a number I'll take. So continue to listen, continue to watch, continue to share. So Tucker Carlson, what does this mean for Twitter? Well, you're immediately going to take Tucker Carlson's audience, which is now going to not be subjective to Fox News, right? You're not going to have to pay for a cable subscription. So anybody who has a computer can see Tucker. So now his audience is going to be the size of Crowder or higher. I would anticipate him bringing 12 to 20 million people watching him. He is going to get a ton of people